In the world of cinema, few characters have captured the imagination quite like James Bond. The quintessential secret agent, James Bond, has been portrayed by several actors over the decades, each bringing their own charisma and style to the role. Today, we explore the men who have carried the 007 title and assess their impact on this legendary franchise. We begin with Sean Connery, the original Bond, who first donned the tuxedo in 1962's Dr. No. Continuing to play Bond through 6 films, Connery established a foundation of suaveness and sophistication, making Bond a household name. Connery's tenure lasted from 1962 to 1971, with a brief return in 1983's non-Eon-produced Never Say Never Again. For many, Sean Connery remains the definitive Bond. Subsequently, George Lazenby took on the role in the 1969 film On Her Majesty's Secret Service. While his time as Bond was brief, just a single film, Lazenby's portrayal was memorable for its emotional depth and the film's unique storyline. Next in line was Roger Moore, who brought a lighter, more humorous touch to the character. Starring in 7 films from 1973's Live and Let Die to 1985's A View to a Kill, Moore's Bond was both charming and resourceful. His 12-year span as Bond helped solidify the franchise's global popularity. In 1987, Timothy Dalton assumed the role, providing a grittier, more serious interpretation across 2 films, The Living Daylights and License to Kill. Dalton's take was ahead of its time, emphasizing realism and complexity in Bond's character. Then came Pierce Brosnan, reviving the series with a blend of charm and action-oriented storytelling. From GoldenEye in 1995 to Die Another Day in Brosnan's portrayal spanned 4 films. His Bond was sleek and modern, appealing to a new generation of fans. Finally, Daniel Craig, who played Bond from 2006's Casino Royale to 2021's No Time to Die, brought a raw and intense energy to the role. Over 5 films, Craig redefined Bond as a fallible yet compelling figure. Under Craig, the franchise explored deeper narrative arcs, earning critical acclaim and box office success. Among these actors, determining who was the most successful depends largely on the criteria. Sean Connery, with his pioneering role, and Daniel Craig, with his modern reinterpretation, are often heralded as the most influential. Craig's era is particularly noteworthy for its huge commercial success, culminating in a profound conclusion to his Bond storyline. Now, as the search for the next James Bond is underway, producers face the task of finding an actor who can carry the mantle for a decade. The ideal candidate is envisioned as being male, in their 30s, and potentially of color, reflecting a more inclusive vision of this iconic character. This decision will shape the future of the Bond franchise, ensuring its relevance in an ever-evolving cultural landscape. And as anticipation builds, audiences worldwide eagerly await the next chapter in the storied legacy of Bond, James Bond.